Thank you all very much for coming in. We're delighted to be having this roundtable. It's wonderful to have such a selection of such diverse companies. I was keen to chair today's discussion because I think the subject of flexible working and the cultural change that it entails is enormously important to the future of UK business and to enhancing and increasing productivity that this country's economic prospects really depend on.
So I was keen to be involved into the discussion because of the attendance list mostly. You know, there's very interesting businesses and their founders and sort of leaders here. The topic of flexible working is the core of what People Per Hour is all about. It's something that I'm very keen to sort of see other people's opinion on and sort of express ours and see what we've learned, share the learning.
You know, we're pretty passionate about this flexible working and we hate the idea of people having to work and not see their children. I'm really interested to sort of speak to all these other directors of these other big businesses to find out exactly how they're experiencing it and what I can learn from that.
And the environment is having to adapt to the younger generation that are coming through.
Yeah.
So our target market is the small businesses that are in the creative media technology industries. And what we're having to do is create a mix of open, private, semi-private areas where people can work, and they have that choice. I'm very excited to be involved in today's discussion because I think that we're at the very early stages of understanding the different ways in which people are now working. This is from behavioural changes generally, it's technology driven as well. So we're having to adapt our environment.
I came along to the IOD this morning as a first-time visitor, very much looking forward to get a feeling how the IOD operates. Secondly, really taken by the range of guests and hosts that were here this morning, and very keen to hear the different views on what flexible working means across the small businesses, large businesses, local businesses, online businesses and international businesses out here today. So it was a fantastic cross-section of the business community.
And my way of working will change in a week as it will do in 5 years. And I just think as long as businesses provide that level of flexibility to adapt to each of the individual people. I know that's a challenge.
Work should be more of a verb than a noun. It's not the place you go, it's what you do. Yep. But at the same time, we've got to recognise that some of our clients are looking for where's the buzzer, where's our sign on the door, and some of the staff like that too.
I was really keen to get involved with the discussion today because we're at this incredible point in terms of the world of work. We have a problem with the place of work, we have a problem with the process of work. Too many of us spend too much time following the process. And then third, the tools that we use actually have become the prison rather than the release that they were supposed to, and this is about the technology. So an opportunity like today to really get in that conversation and challenge our concept of work is just a brilliant opportunity.
As an owner and a director of a small business, you tend to be quite sort of in a small bubble, and it's quite interesting to find out other people's views who are coming from a similar background, but from different worlds, I suppose. So I feel that offices are very important from a working environment and generating a sort of corps d'esprit in amongst your employees. But what technology gives us is the opportunity to be infinitely flexible.
Why do we have offices? We're a service industry and our clients want to see us in a certain place. The biggest struggle that I've got across 1,100 employees is the culture problem. When you want to change a culture or move it on, technology really can't help you at that point because it is a real, the person between the desk, the keyboard and the chair, that thing that's there, the person. And this is a tough thing, and this is where office spaces, childcare, whether you eat or not, who's working from home. But you know, if you got the culture right, you wouldn't need the office.
Whoever put the people together had a very nice mix of people. I thought we all came at it from different angles. I think we have challenges, definitely, and it's nice to hear that you're not alone in those challenges.
It was quite a diverse group of people. You've got some people who are what I would call old school, and some people who were visionaries. And the need to change to encompass a modern internet, social media world was quite obvious.
My ops manager worldwide is 24 years old last week. It's a different world. And all the things that you're saying around here can actually change, as you say, with a mind shift change.
We actually had to adopt this way of working out of necessity because we ended up having using our own product. We were bootstrapped for 2.5 years. It's very painful in the beginning, right? But in the end, I would challenge a lot of things that were said here. I think that's the business you mentioned is totally operational.
I don't think there's any right or wrong in this. You've got to look at the business and see what's best for the business. I mean, I think, you know, we all recognise that. But I mean, from my point of view, I mean, I hate the terminology, but, you know, we are a call centre. We're open between 8 and 8. And, you know, the telephone system that we have is so sophisticated that, you know, we can actually look, obviously, on graphs and with all the technology to see what our high points are, our low points. So we have to ensure that we've got enough people to answer those phones, otherwise I'm not going to have a business tomorrow.
I'd like to go back to my business today, and I'd like to say, you know, open up the ideas to the people that are there about using a little bit more video conferencing. I'd like to take a look at some technologies that can show our product to people, not face to face, but over the internet, in order for us to save time and, you know, and also increase revenue.
What stood out from today's discussion for me was the openness and willingness of small and medium-sized enterprises in Britain to adopt new methods and try different things. They're not going to get everything right first time, but by being more flexible and by being open to the tools that younger people naturally embrace these days, they can work more effectively and more in the interests of the customer as a whole.